Guys, just another MTG video. I'm going to show you footage of a PTQ event that I played in, Standard PTQ, a tournament that I played in for Standard on MTG. You're actually going to be able to see it. I record it. You guys are going to be able to see that I played versus Torrential Gearhulk. They actually casted 4 Torrential Gearhulks that game. Also, too, at one time they had 3 Torrential Gearhulks on the board, and yes, I was able to win versus that deck. I played black-green, but totally different than black-green. Most people just send around Delirium, or they send around their black-green deck around energy tokens, or they centered their... No. I have a completely different black-green deck that I bring to the table, and you'll actually see it. And why I love Liliana's Death Majesty. You'll see how it won me the game. Secondarily, I'll tell you my takes on the tournament. So you'll be able to see a lot of footage, so take it for what it's worth. Guys, appreciate the content of the video. Don't dislike it because of the footage. Understand, I'm playing in a tournament, and I'm just grabbing a camera and I'm recording. So understand, I hope you appreciate that. Secondarily, I'll tell you from last week's PTQ, I also played in a tournament this week. So I'll tell you about card values that are probably going to be on the rise and cards that are going to drop. This is for competitive play, guys. These are not cheap tournaments to enter. You've either earned your spot to play in these tournaments, or you've paid not just $10, not $20. You know, you're paying a decent amount of money to play in these tournaments, or you've earned your spot. So by playing and winning other tournaments. So this is last week's PTQ. Don't confuse it with this week's. I played in this week's PTQ this past couple days ago. So what I want to tell you is that I give you everything straight. Guys, when I tell you I build decks, I don't just randomly build decks. I pay with my own personal money, whether it's physical play or online play, and you can see that. I show you the footage. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. And yes, the takeaway from last week's PTQ is, and you'll see in this tournament, blue-red GearrHulk control is definitely the deck that was played. That controlled 60% of the field in this last week's PTQ. Things changed in this week. You know, guys, in Magic, things can change in 2 weeks. Card values go up and down, and I'll tell you in future videos what I think the card values are going to drop and whether cards are going to go up. So please hit that subscribe button if you want that information, because I'll give you that information based upon what I see on competitive play. I'm talking about tournaments and also practicing versus people that play routinely in tournaments. So we all talk to each other and stuff like that. So I will give you that information and tell you what I think is going down. I'm just going to give you a hint. Zombies was played in the PTQ tournament, and you'll see how it fared versus the black-green deck. So you'll see the weaknesses and strengths of certain decks. Alright guys, hope you enjoy the video. Guys, here's the start of the Standard PTQ online. So this is the first hand that I've got right here. As you can tell, I have Liliana's Last Hope, Glintsley Sifner, and 2 of them in the Constrictor. See how it goes. Guys, I'm at a PTQ event online. I just want to explain to you why Death Majesty is so important. Because, as you can see, I got GearrHulk from my graveyard. So, they harness lightninged my GearrHulk like crazy. You can see right here, I'm sorry for the bad quality. And then the next turn they had to tap out to do that. So then what did I do? Next turn I just dropped Liliana's Death Majesty, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a black zombie and just other creature type. So I brought this back into the battlefield and dropped all 4 counters on this creature, Rishgar. They're already a 3/3, now they're down to 2 life versus the GearrHulk deck. This is turn 11. So that's the power of the Planeswalkers, putting them in this deck. Just another example. And yes, I'm surviving 3 GearrHulks. You're seeing that right now. So I'm at 20 life still. But they are going to harness lightning. They have it. Yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to harness lightning that. So I got them down to 2 life, but it's looking a little bit rough here. But I got them kind of gassed out. Alright, so they're attacking with one of their... Look, I'm surviving versus GearrHulk, guys, and I'm at... No kidding, I'm at 20 life. And they are at 2. This is the power of the Planeswalker in black-green. So now he's going to target my Planeswalker. What he doesn't realize is that I have a... What he doesn't realize is that I have a never return in my hand. They're tapped out. So, and I have a 7/7 on the board because I kept on bringing GearrHulk and putting counters on creatures. Through Death's Majesty, which can return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. So of course he's going to target that. Very smart. And he's thinking, oh, I got 2 GearrHulks, I can block this 7/7 creature. Well, that's not going to happen. You're tapped out, and now it's going to create some problems. So now you're going to be down to 1 GearrHulk versus my 7/7 creature. They have 2 cards in hand. Plus, now we got Ronus. So this is perfect. We got Ronus on the board, indestructible, can't do anything about it, and I highly doubt they're going to be able to get rid of this 7/7 at this point in the game. See what I'm talking about? So here's what we'll do. We'll cast Never onto one of their creatures. By GearrHulk. And remember, Ronus gives trample too. So, and then we're going to attack. Guys, you're seeing this in a top tier. This is what I'm talking about, competitive games. He's going to have to block with GearrHulk. He has no choice. He's at 2 life. Turn 12. Then he's tapped out, so there's nothing he can do. He can't counter Ronus. So now he has to count. So worrying about my planeswalkers, he's not accounting for all my creatures. So now we're in Destructible Death Touch mode. And we got another Wrist Shard in our hand. So that's, look, I mean, that's, now they do have some blockers. They do have a 4/1 blocker. This game could change, but they've used 3 of their GearrHulks already. So I don't know what else they have. I mean, they could have a Harness Lightning. They do have 3 energy tokens. You know, so maybe they could do a Genius. They can do a Glimmer of Genius and gain 2 energy counters, and then that would be 5, and they can Harness Lightning. You know, but I don't know what they can draw into really at this point, because I can just give this trample. I mean, look at this. Another target creature gets +2/+0 and gains trample at the end of turn. This is going to be a 9/7 rolling into them. They can make this a 1/4. So, I mean, it's kind of tough. If I have any destruction that comes in, let's see what I draw here. Just a little thing. And I also have this. I might be able to end the game. Hold on. So we're just going to ball out here. We're just going to make this a 2/2. I'm going to give this creature trample right here. So we're just going to go ahead. I can't do that because I'm tapped out. Never mind, I tapped out all my green. That's all I got. So we're just going to see what he does. This was a risky move by me, by the way. Let's see what he does. Yeah. What do you got? You gonna Genius? Try to Genius into Harness Lightning, like I said you were going to do? No, commit. Put target spell. Ooh, very good. Yep, so there you go. As you can see in the PTQ, Ronus won. They used all 4 of the GearrHulks in that game. So let's go right to the sideboard. Hopefully everything works out for game 2. 1-0 versus GearrHulk. Alright guys, also playing Zombies Heads Up in the PTQ event. So here you kind of go. Have Winding Constrictor, Liliana, Last Hope, and here's the board. So since we have 2 Lilianas right here, what we can do is we can do a lot of things, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Ceales back into the game, because that's something I definitely want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch. So we have 7 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I'm going to put the top 2 cards in my library into my graveyard. Here's my graveyard right here with Ceales, Tireless Tracker, and we're going to get back Ceales, because this is a game where we want to get him back in. And we're going to kill the Crypt Breaker with another Liliana. We're going to drop Liliana. See what we're going to do? So we cast out Ceales. We're going to cast out a fresh Liliana, leaving us to kill with Crypt Breaker, and then we'll get a zombie token. Yep, we might as well tap and take 1 life. Breaker's gone. There you go. So zombies hitting the standard P2Q preliminary. Now he's bringing back and Dread Wanderer. I'm sorry, this is shooting really bad. There you go, right here. It was a 2-1. It can be sniped. I'm going to keep on gaining tokens. Huh. Interesting. What happened is everybody's been so busy attacking the planeswalkers in this tournament. And we have Fatal Push. There's a lot of things we can do now. Alright, he's going to turn one of his lands into a blocker. But it's a nice try. It's going to be Fatal Pushed. That's a nice try. So here's the board. Here's the board. They have Lord of the Accursed. And that's it. I have Colossus at 7/6. Draina. Winning Constrictor. Many Zombies. And Liliana. It looks like it's game. I Fatal Pushed and murdered their lands. And now we have Torrential Gearhulk, and that's a good night. So here's the board. So you guys can see. I think that's a game. My tokens are 6/6 creatures. Draina, she's really good. I mean, with the should be game. I'm not seeing a way out. Let me just look at Draina's ability right here. Whenever Draina Liberator of Malakir deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on each attack creature you control. With Winding Constrictor, if one or more counters would be put on an artifact creature, this person is just stalling for time. They're not moving. This person is not moving at all. This BTQ event. But if one or more counters would be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1 of each of those counters are put on that permanent instead. If you would get a 1 or more counters, so that's like energy counters, you get that many +1 instead of each of those kinds of counters instead. So basically, just boost up, Draina. A big time. We got 11, 10, 8, 9, 6, 7 Constrictor, an 8, 8 Zombie. I thought they were 6, 6s. Okay, I was mistaken. Those are 4, 4s. So yeah, they're at 9 life. I don't see how they can brush off the damage. Plus, we got a clue counter. Plus, we can activate Draina. I mean. So this beats zombies. I mean, straight up, this beats zombies. As I've been trying to tell people, it just beats zombies. Look, I mean, there's their board. It's turn 10, but if you look at the life total, 9 life. Look at the other life total, 28 life. I got 23 seconds left too, just in the nick of time. So, just in the nick of time. So, they're just stalling at this point. So that's it, guys. That's realistically that's beyond 9 life. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm going to gain 11. I mean, yeah. And that's the ball game over. So I won that one. So yeah. So. Pretty good. So what we're seeing in these P2Q preliminaries is that we're seeing a lot of Torrential Gearhulk for certain, and we're also seeing zombie. They played a bad zombie deck. I'm not gonna lie. They played your traditional zombie deck, with Lord of the Accursed and all the things that buff up your zombies. But the problem is that you burn out. They couldn't bring back Dread Wanderer because, I mean, I'm just going to Grasp of Darkness your Lord of the Curse, because what most people don't read about Lord of the Curse is all your other zombies. Lord of the Curse itself does not get +1/+1. It's a 2/3. So that's when I just put Grasp of Darknesses in there. And it can be Fatal Push, you know, Tireless Tracker, I can sacrifice a clue. And a part of the zombies deck is Dark Salvation. And they have Fatal Pushes themselves, and they have Grasps themselves. So they're going to kill your creatures, which is going to evoke or revolt in your Fatal Push. So anyway, making it to the next round. So this is taking on GearrHulk. It's beaten GearrHulk. And I've gone 3 games against another GearrHulk deck. So we've witnessed a loss. We've witnessed a GearrHulk win. We've witnessed a zombie win. You know. And what else? Oh yeah, another zombie win. So yeah. So I would strongly recommend, I think the zombie deck that I have, that I'm going to reintroduce to you guys, is going to have a better, and here's the records of some people. Not all the records are still in. Let me see. So some people dropped out of the tournament. They couldn't go on. So we'll just see what's going on here. Alright, we're on to the next round.